Corrupted charm over here. I keep swearing I hear someone teleporting. Shivering silhouette. Enemies have a high chance to miss range attacks. You're more visible to enemies. There's one issue with that. The Brigmore witches do have range attacks, but by the time you get this, I'm not sure how useful it is. It's not like when you're wandering around with the gangs or the city watch. It's simply a couple more witches and that's it. It's a bit irrelevant. This would only be useful if you could get this now and there's another DLC campaign and you had 3 more missions there. But, well, you don't, so I don't see the use. They really didn't set that up well. Christ. Someone was teleporting around. I think they summed up the hound. Okay, this is just rigged with traps, but it makes sense. Delilah's journal. Now that painting is finished, I will sit in young Emily's skin and wear her face like a mummer's mask. Havoc and his lick spittles will put the child on the throne, but it is me they will be crowning, Delilah, the kitchen girl from Dunwall Tower. They call me Sokolov's apprentice, but whose paintings reach true to the spirit? Mine. They will never know their blunder, but I'll be sure to whisper it in their ears at their executions. My followers will bear the lantern to the gallery in order to open the way to the void. There I'll use the painting to complete the ritual. My walk into Emily's flesh must be undisturbed. The ritual has other uses, which I'll explore in time. Any image made by my hand could serve as the focal point for the spell. Imagine one of my enemies as a still life, and imprisoned in a bowl of fruit without amusement. Okay, I'm going to stop here for a second.
Wants to use Emily to become Empress.
So, I'll be back in a second. Hello, folks, and welcome back to Dishonored. Recording locally, recording locally. And it looks like I will get this finished tonight. I've recorded for way too long, I'm not happy about that, but I wanted to finish this here. So, recording locally, recording locally. Just check, no regrets, complete Knife of Dunwall in high chaos, change ways, complete Brigmore witches in low chaos. Okay, I just noticed those 2 achievements there and I was curious what they were about. Okay, 1 second, I'll be back to the game now. I've actually over 10 gig recorded tonight. Because that's what happens when you just sit down and record for, over 5 hours of this. Recording locally. Sorry, getting paranoid that I'm after flubbing up somehow. Line across, line up, line that way, line up. Yes, all's well. All's fine. Stop worrying me. As in, stop worrying, me. You get truly destroyed if you set off a single one of these traps. It's truly destroyed. Because look, there's even whale canisters. And if you survive, then they're all bloody well alerted. Ooh. The Howl from Beyond. Excerpt from work of fiction by P.J. Stokeward. As Gregory and Ayla crouched in the darkness of the upper hall, they could hear the thing drawing close. It had followed them from the forest, through the garden and into the house. Now as they leaned against the wall, exhausted and terrified, they could hear it coming up the stair. It should be stairs. Moving slowly, it scraped along, exposed bone dragging across wood and carpet. Ragged panting foretold the passage as dead air was pushed through a throat eaten away with rot. Reaching a grim conclusion, Ayla swallowed. Her face went slack, and she gave Gregory a final glance before plunging through the glass window into the moonlight and night air. At the sound of her delicate body smashing against the cobblestone below, Gregory let out a keening moan, and as he did, his voice was matched by an unearthly howl from the stairwell, and the rapid scratching from clawed feet rushing up toward him. The Fugue Feast. I've read that before. Oh, nice. That was easy. Easier than I expected. Brigmore cigarette case. Coming down this way. Seems I've got all the runes and whatnot here. There might be some I forgot outside, but seems not to be the case. Can't really go that way. There's loot there. Kind of want to gather as much as I can, kind of thing. But I can't really go that way with the that BC there. Whoops. That was a slip up. I thought the trap was at a different point, so I just bumbled right into it. Didn't think the trap was there, I thought the trap was up there. Ladies, howdy. Look underneath everything. Come on. Slow time. Plant that. Back at you. There, I do that, and that works. Alright. So, but then why did throwing work before if it's not working now? I have no fucking clue. Daughter of Tivia. I've already read that. That doesn't alert. You know, one exploding there didn't alert the others. That was conveniently placed. Okay. What that was? Well, it was one of the witches, yeah. There may or may not be a tomorrow for you. It depends on where you fall. And there's a possible tomorrow for you. Oh. Well, that was something. A little commentary beyond that because I have no... It looked like she was gonna catch me, and then she just kept blinking forward and never bothered. So I'm just confused. You know what? I feel embarrassed at how poorly I've handled this. I should have handled this so much better. I feel ashamed of my poor skill. Okay. Ooh, here's the thing. Delilah's musings. I worked in my studio until late last night, completed the painting of Emily. When Dowd kidnapped her, I was terrified that he might already know what I was planning, but it seems I overestimated him. He turned her over to conspirators. What a fool. Once young Emily assumes the throne, I'll be already looking out of those lovely brown eyes. Brigmore War Medal. There's no way I have... Yeah, no. I was going to say there's no way I have the 10,000 needed for the thing. It spent way too much. I forgot all about the achievement. Though I did need the stuff, so that was something. Huh. One use... It already got a use out of that. Interesting. Surprised. Can grab this one though. Ah, so that's why this one was marked green while the other is blue. Because this hadn't gotten used. Don't know what fell. I think bits off the platform here. Okay. Now we go up. Not the best trap. Thank you. Now this is a better one. Is it? No, it's not. Actually, no. It's serviceable. Blink. Huh. Went right through it. Oh, that's cool. Oh, look at that.
Of course, they're more than statues. She's put her will in them, and in the boy their power is much greater. Do not fret, sweet. Lady Delilah needs you to be strong and steadfast. This is no time to wilt like a summer daisy.
I won't. Forgive me, sister. You're right.
Oh, damn, I'm out. Oh, Christ. No shit. So time. I swear I've heard more than one voice there. Yep. Christ. Grab, strangle, and drop. That's just an artist's thing. Delilah's notes. Brunhild came to me last time I was in my studio in the West Wing, finishing ritual painting of young Lady Emily. She informed me that one of her girls allowed herself to get caught and interrogated at Coleridge prison. Nevertheless, it seems Dowd is oblivious to my plans. Because she exploded with flowers. There's that symbol we've seen before. There's that. You know what? I think I did miss a side quest back with the other guy. Remember the dressmaker? So we got a side quest from him. But I might be misremembering. I think I did everything. Well, I did everything I found. But missed something, I missed something. We saw that before at the dressmaker's place, I think. Or maybe... I think it was that, actually. No idea what these say. And I wonder what the heart would say about this place. Notice they all make their way over to some painting. It's like a, you know, path of words. Okay. Where it opened, I entered. Okay. There's actually a bit around the edges. And there's a name on the end there. Thank you. Ooh, this is nice painting. Ooh, cool. I like this. This looks really cool. Wouldn't mind painting it down in my, in my room. The Bloody Briar is a deadly trap summoned by the Brigmore witches during battle. It must be that weird plant tendril.
You have many talents, Dowd, and they've served you. Delilah's talents are quite different. She creates images, but she does more. She captures spirit. She insinuates her will into her subject, whatever it is. We're witnessing her masterpiece, and perhaps yours as well. I gave you Delilah's name, and you followed it to this moment. You see now what hangs in the balance. Emily's life, Delilah's ambition, an empire in the act of crumbling. In your long life, I've rarely seen you act with such consummate grace. I give my marks sparingly, and I don't play favorites, but I will watch this with unusual attention.
He mustn't have been paying much attention to what I was doing, up to 5 minutes ago. Whoop.
The void. Time to see what you've really got, Delilah.
So now there's 3 ways of dealing with this. You can outright kill Delilah, or you can fuck with the ritual. I think in 2 different ways. I don't remember the details though. And the statues, I think, are only relevant in combat, and I kind of want to stay away from them. Don't get caught by them. Kind of looks like, the Dunwall Tower. Does she want to say?
Emily Caldwell, daughter of Jessamine Caldwell, heir to the Empire of the Isles. I call out to you from the void. I call you with...
Okay, I'm gonna blink over here.
The last part of Delilah's ritual is gibberish, unless I finish the other ritual steps first.
The tones of your flesh I tempered with Pandician.
What was it? I'm trying to remember how you tamper with it. I think you can knock her out, you perform the ritual yourself, and she goes in, or if you switch the paintings, and she goes into, she finishes the ritual herself or something. I remember reading it a month ago.
The same moon that spun the fabric of your dresses made this canvas.
Huh.
I made my brushes from the hairs of your own scalp.
Well, we can't give it to the guy again.
You cannot ignore me. My power is too deep. My reach too long.
Whoops. Okay. Let's try that again.
Brush touches void. And now I see you, Emily Caldwell. I breathe your breath. I can feel what you do.
Her branches reach for me. Nice. Painting.
And your lost mother. For your caretaker, Callista, I feel your hunger to learn, to become someone incredible. My hunger too. My fear. You are becoming mine. We are nearly finished. Close your eyes, Emily. Sleep forever. Feel the void open beneath you. Make room for me. Give in to me, Emily. Give in to me now! Paint flows. Blood flows. Life goes. Out with the old, in with the new. You've lived in his bones long enough, sweet young earth. It is complete. I am... What's happening? This is all wrong! What am I becoming? Outsider's blood? Is this some trick? No!
I'm not entirely sure what she became there. Well, she's trapped in the void, but did she become an island there in the void? This place? Let's see the Emily thing again. I did miss a room. Oh well. But I did get vast majority. Well, I got over half of these coins here. One enemy died. 9 were found unconscious. I failed the not killing anyone and ghosting. Still low chaos. But I found the crypt and I trapped Delilah Copper Spoon. Delilah Copper Spark. I'm annoyed over missing the room, but Sylvie. Delilah's threat is ended. Everything is connected. Delilah's threat is ended. You've made your choices. Come what may.
No one will ever know exactly what it took to save Emily Caldwell from a living death as Delilah's puppet. No one except the outsider, who watches everything and thinks his own dark thoughts and speaks to few in any generation. I've learned that our choices always matter. To someone. Somewhere. And sooner or later, in ways we can't always fathom, the consequences come back to us. I came from Serkonos to Dunwall as a boy. Made my living as a killer. One of the few who've heard the outsider's voice. I murdered an empress, but saved her daughter, who will one day rule the empire. Those were my choices. I'm ready for what comes. And took her daughter. Something broke inside me. Now I want nothing but to leave this city and fade from the memory of those who reside here. I've had enough killing. So my life is in your hands. Make your choice.
You make an eloquent plea for a man with innocent blood on his hands. It's a shame Corvo doesn't know the real story, isn't it? How in these last days you've passed through Coldridge Prison like a shadow, dared the tangles of Dunwall's underworld, and walked out unscathed, outwitted one of the greatest witches in a generation, all with consummate care and skill. How you saved Emily Caldwell, daughter of the Empress, first of her name, and no one will ever know. But how does it end for Dowd, the hired killer, the murderer, the savior of the Empire? It's up to Corvo now.
There was a minor glitch there. You know when Dowd gets thrown back and he drops his sword? You hear water splash, but there's no water. So, slight glitch. But that That, ladies and gentlemen, was the Brigmore Witches. And that is me done with Dishonored 1. Excuse me. So yes, Dishonored 1 has now come to a close. Delilah Copperspork has been dealt with. She is now trapped in the void. Or is a tree in the void, or some such, I'm not sure. But she's dealt with. I never did get to use the pull power on a person. I probably should have. I wasn't sure what would happen. So in all my attempts at stealthing, I never tried it because I figured it might botch it. And then even when I was botching my stealthing there at the end anyway, I still never tried. And I'm annoyed about those hound skulls, because throwing it broke them. And then it stopped working. So I had to use my sword. I didn't actually think of using my sword earlier. If I had, I wouldn't have had as much of a, flip-tastic time. But, whatever. I sincerely hope you've enjoyed my play of Dishonored. It's been fun. I've enjoyed it. And I am looking forward to playing through Dishonored 2 and Death of the Outsider. I am interested in seeing what happens there, because I have no idea what happens there, and I've only a slight idea of what happens in Dishonored 2. I know Emily's taken off the throne, and by conspiracy, and I know Granny Rags does have an impact on Dishonored 2. Very few people actually know Granny Rags' actual identity. I can't remember her name, but she was the lady of the noble family that fell. Corvo apparently makes reference to her. In the sequel as his enemy. He apparently connected the dots. And once again, I'm going to leave these play to give people credit. And as a little bonus, I may, if possible, pop back to Dishonored 1, the main campaign, right here, and check a quick thing, if I can. Granny Rags had a journal that I failed to read during the campaign, and I'm going to check it right here now. If I can't, then I'll leave it to I do another playthrough of this sometime in the future. It's High Chaos. Though saying that, I kind of don't want to do a High Chaos playthrough. I like playing the nice guy in games. I like playing, the good guy. Come on, like it's one thing in Overworld when that's, the game shtick. You're the bad guy. I don't really care either way for, playing high corruption, low corruption. But, in a game like this and whatnot, I really like playing the good guy with, going low chaos routes, so on and so forth. So, yeah. I kind of don't want to do it, but, maybe in the future my opinion will change. So, we'll have to wait and see. Certainly by the time this comes out, my opinion may have changed because I'll give you the date. Today is Monday the 31st of July 2017. And Serious Sam HD The Second Encounter is coming out in late 2018. Late August 2018? Or mid-August 2018? So basically, let's say a year's time, Serious Sam's Second Encounter HD is coming out. Then there's over 100 episodes of Deus Ex to come out. 128 or something, but that's including Part A's. So there's that. Then there's Red Faction. Then there's Half-Life 2. Then there's Half-Life Blue Shift, Half-Life Opposing Force. I think there might be something else in between. Then there's Red Faction Guerrilla, the 2 Dead Spaces. There's System Shock 2. There's this. I think I may be missing a few things. Before. But anyway, all that has to happen before this comes out. Obviously, you move this from the list, but anyway, for that sentence makes sense. basically there's a lot before this comes out, and as I've uploaded, all that's coming out after August 2018, like mid-August 2018 on. So we're walking 2019, early 2020. By the time this is coming out, so by in the 2-3 years between this being recording and being released, I might have already recorded the High Chaos run of it. So we'll have to wait and see. But just giving you an idea. I feel like I missed a point there. But let's forget that. And I want to say once again, thank you to everyone who worked on Dishonored, the Brigmore Witches. Thank you. It was a great game, and I'm glad I got to play it. And as with everyone who's worked on Dishonored and Dishonored Knife of Dunwall, I wish you the best in your future endeavors. So that was a nice little bit at the end. And back to the main menu. Exit Brigmore Witches. Load. Let me load this. Let's consider this a bonus episode. How much further do I have to run? A bit. Up. Wait, why do I have difficulty jumping? I think I need to hold down. Yeah, I need to hold down the jump button. Plus, I don't think I have the right runes, so my jumping power is restricted. Come on. That's something. That's a thing. Not sure what that is, but there you go. And Port District outskirts. Oh, that's just delightful. Okay. So yeah, I know you've seen this as is. Well, sorry, not as is, but I know you've seen this already. But I'm just going to do a quick rush through this as a little bonus. I won't be going out of my way trying to gather stuff or anything of the sort. Nice. There we go. Crouch. And as you probably expect from the way the ending to Dowd's story went there, well, the ending for Dishonored 1, Corval kills him if Dowd went the High Chaos route. So, yeah. Just as a, saying the obvious point. So, anyway. Keep moving. Why is Corval's a lot of health? Okay, I got turned around. Ow. down without having the like I still have the marker pointed back the way. Without having the marker pointing this way, I get turned about. But yeah, I'm just going to go over here and have just a quick chat with Granny Rags. Actually, I was thinking I was going to have to engage the boss fight and, you know, do that, but I don't. If I actually ignore Granny Rags and just go into her room, I can go just read the journal.
I'm going to boil
Excuse me,
off
Granny.
the nasty fat and sing and carve a pretty song.
Okay, she should have a journal around here. Divide in sorrow. No. Explorer's journal. Here it is. Here's the journal I forgot to read, if memory serves. I'm just going to take a quick drink. Excerpt from the Journal of an Explorer and Natural Philosopher. Dr. Hazian's interpretations of the Buddhist carvings are the height of ignorance. The core theme is not renewal, but dire warning. The central figure is not a benign spirit, it is clearly a monster. The type and the jewel a type of fetish. The key to its dark potency, perhaps. The panel should read as follows. The hero figure steals the jewel from the monster, casts it into an unquenchable fire. This monster is made mortal, the hero is able to slay it, breaking the cycle of terror. Note scrolls in the margins. Beer has taken an inordinate interest in my field manuals. Such appetites are unseemly in a lady of versation. I shall have to reprimand her. The second note written in a different hand. So dreary, dreary, dearie. So yes, Vera. So there's the hint. I'm gonna double check. Ah yes, she's trying to kill me. And I can actually just completely ignore this. I did grab that. Well, the soda painting, I mean. Okay, did I forget anything in here book-wise? So I read that anyway. There's that. And I wonder, do I get anything if I hop in the pot?
Now you'll see what I can do. It's too late for him, and it's too late for you. You will die, and I'll carve spells.
I want to see what happens. Ah, so it seems to be regen if you're really low on health.
Hide me from his view. Hide me.
Weird. Bit of bone going right through the base of the bat. So, on that note, folks, I'm calling this to an end. That journal there is the hint of who Granny Rags is. There might be another one, but certainly using the heart on her hints at it. I think you heard some of them in the main campaign, though you didn't hear all of it. I think I forgot to use the heart on her. But basically there's a few hints in the game as to who she is. There's enough to work out that she is the Vera Moray who's mentioned elsewhere. I believe when you're at the Boyle's estate, she's the same Vera. So yeah. Once again, I sincerely hope you've enjoyed Dishonored. Excuse me. And I will be back soon to record more for you. I don't know when I'll be able to get Dishonored 2. It's 40 quid. I don't have that lying around right now. So, you know, at some stage I'll get back to it. But for ye, that will be the very next series. And, you know, that'll be going up the day after this is released. Like I said, because of the time delay, I can not record for 2 years, and you will notice the difference. Because of backlog. It's a good thing and a bad thing. Basically, well, I may really want this to come out, because people may be really wanting to see Dishonored content that might give me extra subs, blah blah blah. Because of the backlog, I have to wait. I'm just regretting having the stuff scheduled so, you know, two a week, then 4 a week. I'm only halfway got through Human Revolution, switching to 1 a day. Wish I'd switched that sooner. Much sooner. But regardless, I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this, and if there's any suggestions or recommendations you'd like to make, please make them in the comments. Keep in mind I may have already recorded them by the time this is released, or I may not be able to do them. I have to look into seeing the Let's Play policies and whatnot of the companies, so I have to play it safe. But be sure to let the suggestions and recommendations, let me know suggestions and recommendations down in the comments below, because, you know, you might have found a game that I can play that I don't know of and that I'll really enjoy. So, and you know, if you've anything else you want to say in the comments, be sure to do that below as well. Well, and you want to say in the comments below, be sure to, you know, do so. And on that note, folks, I'm going to have to love you and leave you. Till then, folks, you're going to carry that weight.